And we are live. Hello to nobody just yet. If you're out there, make some noise inside chat. Basically, what's going on is we got a note that one of the Boston reporters is saying that everyone's been called back and something is going on. So we don't know if it's a verdict. We don't know what exactly is going on right now. But hello, everybody on X, as we're waiting for things to fill in right now. Again, it could be nothing, but
it could be deadlocked.
It could be deadlock. It could be a note. Again, we don't know anything as of yet, other than supposedly they've been called back to the studio, or back to the courtroom. Sorry about that. Have studio on my mind. Ted Daniel from the Boston News is reporting that a court clerk told reporters that he's been told to bring back the troops, but they don't know why, and nobody knows why they're all being brought back right now. So, neither Court TV nor Law and Crime have picked up on this, but we're going to just stick it out here, see what's going on. If this is a false alarm, it's a false alarm. I would rather be on the air for a false alarm than miss it completely if it does happen. Thank you for Gia for the heads up.
Welcome.
So we're gonna just show Lon. It's Vinny. Let me not show Vinny. Let's stop screen. Show the other one.
Vinny.
Vinny is just a little too slimy. That same one? That's a different one. There we go. So, folks, something's going on. Everyone's been summoned back. We do not know if it's a verdict at this time. We basically don't know anything. They just had lunch. They literally just got back from lunch a little bit ago. So, we're going to wait it out and see what's going on.
It's always my fault.
Yes, it is your fault. It is your fault.
Always.
Yes. For those new to us, I'm Jim. Gia and Hank are my co-hosts. We've been covering this trial for 2 years now. Hank, what are your thoughts if we have to do this a third year?
I'm going to shoot you.
Okay.
Adios.
We also host a nightly show 6 nights a week at 8 o'clock Eastern right here. I also produce a newspaper, and we do a morning newscast whenever there's enough news for a newscast. So check out our YouTube at ReallyCoolNews on YouTube. You can see stories about First Amendment auditors, auditing, and, of course, Karen Reed. Let's see. Yes, someone in our YouTube is saying, Happy Hump Day. Jury just wants to get out before the weekend. I kind of agree. They were scheduled for 2 days off. They're off tomorrow and Friday due to the Juneteenth holiday. And you can see the crowds are swelling with Karen Reed supporters.
I don't know. Is that a lot of people?
For this time, yeah, there's more out there than yesterday. That's for sure.
Kind of looks like they're scrunched up for a class photo.
Yeah.
I don't know what the numbers were last time.
I think there's more with people taking a half day today to go into the extended weekend.
Well, most people's jobs don't have a long weekend for this.
Yeah, they don't.
Right. Though it is a national holiday tomorrow.
Yeah, but
the national holiday is Friday. Tomorrow is just a holiday. The actual holiday is the 19th. Oh wait, tomorrow is the 19th.
Tomorrow is the 19th, yeah.
Yeah, but the job doesn't give you the next day off too. Most of my friends don't get Juneteenth off anyway.
Most companies don't give you federal holidays off.
Yeah, she gets New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. And that's about it. Maybe I don't, yeah.
I thought at Oracle and Microsoft, we got about 20 federal holidays off.
Well, that's 10 more than are observed by the government.
Well, you also got unlimited PTO at the same time, and then Oracle took the whole Christmas week off. Any paid employee, the company essentially shut down for a week, the week between Christmas and New Year's. So if you're a contractor, it sucked because you didn't get paid for that week. But salaried employees, you know, you weren't expected to show up to work for that time.
Well, that's not most jobs.
Microsoft, on the other hand, was open, though there was nobody there. It was a ghost town. Everybody in at least that part of the world, of the corporate world, everything kind of shut down from December to January.
You'd be amazed at how many jobs out there don't give any paid time off.
Oh, I know. If you're a contractor for those, unless your contract company has a special exception, you're expected to work. So when I was contracting for Oracle, while nobody was there, I was running my communities and all that because I didn't get the days off. And the crowd is swelling. And that's opposite side from the courthouse.
Whose camera?
This is Law and Crime Network.
Oh, yeah, I just saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, I turned off because Vinny, I can't take Vinny on the other channel.
Yeah, Vinny has really changed over the years.
Oh. He knows how to play to the crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, though Law and Crime yesterday had, 20 minutes of unobstructed Turtle Boy. And I went back and looked at it. They had him on the front steps of the courthouse, shaking hands, signing autographs, and taking pictures with people. And that looks like Karen Reed's family is coming in now. They seem to be happy, so we'll see what happens. That's her mother just passing the cameras. And it looks like Karen Reed is making the hand gesture to her.
Holding her daddy's hand?
Fans.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah, that was her dad. Folks, we still don't know if this is a verdict or what's going on or if it's just another note. There's no updates so far. But everyone has been summoned back to the courtroom. The jury had just come back from lunch, so they were allowed to proceed through lunch if they wanted to, if they just weren't allowed to come back with a verdict during lunch. Turtle Boy is reporting the Reed team was told to come back by clerk Jim McDermott. When the jury has had a question, they were always told this. They were not told there was a jury question this time. And now we've gone to Lieutenant Fan. So let's see how soon we start after the defense team gets in there. No one is confirming that it is a verdict or if it's just a question.
Could be Judge Bev got lonely and called everybody back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Could be the jury's done for the day. Don't know.
Yeah. Somebody might be sick. Who knows?
We are working on news stories for tonight besides Karen Reed. Actually, for tomorrow morning, we have another update on Regan Benson, and we have Carolina and Fort Worth was convicted yesterday of I think it was obstruction and disorderly conduct. I'll have to double check those charges.
But is that from when she got face planted?
No, she was already convicted of that. This was afterwards. She went to essentially the Fort Worth City Council meeting and was using profanity. While she was being removed, she resisted and was screaming profanities, so they arrested her for disorderly conduct. Strangely, she hasn't mentioned it. She got probation, 24 months yesterday, but she hasn't mentioned it on her live stream. Didn't bother to go live yesterday, and then had removed all the live streams related to her opinions on the case.
Well, 24 months of probation just means that she'll have more videos of her going into the probation office to audit.
We're getting word from Grant Smith Ellis that the Karen Cam feed may be about to turn on. So that would be the first time during deliberations. And the Karen Cam is the feed that is directly on Karen Reed. Melanie, I don't have that. It's got to be in the millions, though.
What?
She's asking, what is the guesstimate on the cost burdened by this trial?
Easily in the millions.
Yeah.
The only dollar figure that's been put out there was the $400,000 to the team, the prosecution.
Right. I mean, between this and the previous trial, it's gotta hurt. I mean, it's a lot of expenses for a town like Dedham. And it's got to be a factor if this is, again, a hung jury and they decided to go for number 3. I personally don't think if it was hung that they'd go for another shot at this. They gave it their best chance this time, and I don't think they can do better, you know.
Oh, I can think of ways they could do better. But that's still not a guarantee.
Right.
My sprinkler timer crapped out. Order a new one. Yeah, it was going off multiple times a day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens.
You know what happens when that happens?
Oh, yeah.
Spazzo dog.
Hey, Unclean Hands, and hey, Facebook Karen. We do not know if it's a verdict yet. We do know everyone was summoned to come back. One way or another, if it is a verdict, please keep it civil inside chat. I know that emotions are high, and I know that not everybody agrees on this issue. But we will be with you through this for whatever it is. Again, we'll be with you tonight as well. If this is just a question, we'll be back with you at 4 o'clock Eastern for the wrap-up of the day. Then we're back at 8 o'clock Eastern tonight on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube with our normal Wednesday night show. I got Wednesday right this time, Hank. I got it right.
Well, Friday's the one that you always fuck up.
Yes.
Where's Griffey? I have a bone to pick.
Yeah, I don't know where he is. He was
That'll put a
yelling at me
smile on his face.
Yeah, I've been fighting in Discord.
He was yelling at me to go live earlier, even though there was nothing going on. So he better be around if this is a verdict.
He thinks Vegemite's the coolest thing next to sliced bread, and I vehemently denied ever thinking that dog poo on toast was something I would eat.
Sathale is saying between your spazzer dog and your watering situation, the city might be coming after you.
The city can't see my sprinklers.
Okay. Let me check Twitter
And
again.
I turn them off immediately when they come on again. I can take a 12-hour shower, but I can't run my sprinklers for 5 minutes. Just cost me more money.
Okay, here we go.
You are unmuted.
Receiving court is in session.
All right. I appreciate you all getting back here. During the luncheon break, I received word from a court officer that the jury had knocked on the door, indicating that they had a verdict. But before I could even summons everybody into court, shortly thereafter, they knocked again and said they didn't have a verdict. So I asked the court officer to tell them to put that verdict slip in an envelope and seal it, and to give it to us. Paul, do you have it?
Oh, what the hell?
So they
I
changed
haven't
their
seen this. It's
mind.
been sealed. I'm now going to seal it in the legal sense. So this is sealed. No one will have access to it. It will be preserved and made part of this
No
record.
verdict, people. No verdict.
I'm going to ask it to be marked for identification with the word jury, Chrissy, just to keep it separate and apart from everything else. So it's marked for ID with the word jury.
What a fucking circus this is.
Okay, folks, just to recap, the jury had a verdict, then they changed their mind. So this is a copy of the verdict that did not come through.
So we
It's
do
being
not have a
sealed.
verdict because, as we all know, there is no verdict until it is announced and recorded in open court. So we are still awaiting a verdict. Because it took a while to pull this together, I would ask that everybody remain in the building until the end of the day. So we'll see everybody later.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, folks, for those joining us, what happened was during the lunch break, they were told that there was a verdict, and a few minutes later, the jury changed their mind. There is no verdict. What we just saw was the original verdict being hand-delivered over to the judge, who has officially sealed it. No one's going to get a copy of this. So we're back on verdict watch. We will be back with you at 4 p.m. Eastern, as long as there's no, as long as nothing else happens in the next 90 minutes or so. We'll be back around 3:50 p.m. Eastern time, and then we'll be back with you to discuss the day tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern. That's all we really have for you, folks.
Okay.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this?
I don't think I've
tease,
ever
I
seen
guess?
this. Have you ever seen this happen?
I have
a
not.
verdict. A verdict. No verdict.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I wonder how much time between.
Yeah, because they were all at lunch. So either way, it's not recorded. This is just kind of bizarre right now, folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the question's going to be, okay, they had a verdict. What happened?
Yeah. Isn't the court officer have to? He's not. He's sworn.
Right.
So he has to report the facts truthfully and whatever.
Right.
So
He has
he's
to
telling
report-
her, yeah. I'm curious how much time happened between the we have a verdict, no, we don't have a verdict.
Right. This will be the stuff of conspiracy theories for the end of time. Either one way or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need another
But-
one. Yeah. We need another one.
Can you imagine how uselessly is going to react if he comes back guilty and he's going to be crying?
There's
Well,
no-
they
There's no court tomorrow, P. Barnes, or Friday.
Yeah, they're off for the June 13th holiday, P. Barnes. So they've got roughly 90 minutes or so, unless they stay late, until the day is over. So again, we'll be back around 3:50, I say, if not earlier, depending on what happens.
Okay.
If they come back for some reason, we're just going to stick with it on the air until it's over. So the afternoon link for those on Twitter and Facebook, or those on YouTube and Facebook, should work. I don't know if it appears in my Twitter feed already, or if it just appears live. So look for us around 3:50 p.m. Eastern Time.
Okay.
With that, we don't have anything else for you. The headline is, they had a verdict until they didn't. And the deliberations are resuming. With that, we'll see you about 3:50 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope we see you again when the verdict happens.